Welcome to Slow Home Studio. Too many people live in badly designed houses, and we want to change that.
Today is Wednesday, July 27th, and we're picking up a discussion that we started last Wednesday when we were looking at an apartment loft renovation by the design firm Manifold from New York City. And they had a very interesting kitchen detail because they used flipper doors to conceal part of the kitchen that was in sort of a galley circulation space.
That's right. We use flipper doors all the time, so we understood what we meant, but a lot of you didn't, and so you asked us through emails to please explain what the devil we were talking about. And that's what we're going to do today. So just to remind everybody what we were actually looking at, this is the project, and it's very nice, and if you want to see more of it, go back a couple of days. This is actually the detail here. And so where we have a full counter there, we still actually have a full counter here. It's just that there is a set of flipper doors that come down in front of that to conceal part of the counter.
Yeah, and a flipper door is actually a mechanism that you can buy and your millworker can install, and it's kind of like a drawer slide. There are two rails that are drilled into the gable ends of the cabinet, and then the millwork door is attached to the rails, and that millwork door, the rails allow it to be lifted up or open to the side, and then it retracts back into a space created within the millwork box itself.
So if you have a hard time understanding Matthew's drawing, basically what it means is that the door comes up and then goes back into the cabinet and disappears, or it opens sideways and goes back like that. You used to see those a lot back in the day when televisions used to be about 18 inches deep and you needed to try to conceal them in millwork. You don't have to do that so much anymore.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is if the architect designs this effectively, you can actually extend the counter behind and into the cabinet where the flipper door is, because the flipper door mechanisms just need to mount either to the top or the side gables.
That's right.
They don't need a bottom. So this is an example of where we've used a flipper door in one of our design kitchens, and that awkward corner is always very difficult because we've got a fridge right here, and then we've got the upper cabinets and the hood fan, and there's not a lot of space there, and that's often a space that gets wasted or it's awkward to get to. So by having the flipper door, extending the counter in, you can put a coffee maker, you can put your mix master, something in there, open the door and pull it out onto the counter.
It's called an appliance garage is another way of talking about that, and it's really a nice way of being able to take all of the paraphernalia that you have if you're a cook and being able to get it out of the way when you want to take a picture of your kitchen.
Yep. This is another example. This is, again, by us, House Brand. We did it in a bathroom. So it's not just a kitchen issue. You can also put it in the bathroom. In this case, this is where the homeowners would store their toothbrushes, their mouthwash, any of the things that would clutter up a typical bathroom counter. They can actually open the door, retract it, pull their stuff out, and put it away at the end of the day. This is another example from Manifold Architecture Studio, and we bring this up as the last thing.
Right, and this isn't technically a flipper door. It's actually a bifold type of arrangement, but nevertheless, I think it's a good example of what you can do with a horizontal set of doors.
Yeah, so this is a longer situation. This is probably verging on 6-7 feet in length, so it's longer than what you would be able to do with a flipper door mechanism, but these are bifold doors with cabinet hinges that retract back, so same sort of idea. The counter or desktop continues into the back, and it allows you just to close that space off so you can keep all your mess out of visual way.
So we hope that answers everybody's question about what a flipper door is and how it can be used, and we will see you on Friday.
See you Friday. If you're interested in learning more about the principles of slow home design, you can pick up a copy of our book entitled What's Wrong with This House? It's a practical guide to finding a well-designed and sustainable home. It's available for sale on the Slow Home Studio website. It's also available for sale at Amazon.com in both paperback and the Kindle format.